Hey guys, welcome back to the Blade Bloodhound. Tonight we're going to look at a buck fixed blade hunting knife. And I'm not a huge hunter. Actually, I've only been hunting one time, and I didn't use a knife, I used a gun. But anyway, this is a hunting knife. I didn't even clean my own animal. I had a guide and we went on a hog hunt. That's a whole nother story, and who knows, maybe it'll come up in one of my videos. But this knife here I found at a yard sale, and it was I want to say it was it was a yard sale at a church. I don't want to say it was a church yard sale, but it was just a yard sale a guy had there. And rode by. I said, nah, I won't see nothing there, but I'll look anyway. Went in there, I found some tools, saw this knife laying there, and I said, hey, what do you have on this knife? He had a great price, and it was kind of unique. Something I hadn't seen, and I don't think you have either, so we're going to look at it. Well, you may have. I mean, I'm not the only person in the world that's ever seen knives, but it's pretty cool. I'll show you when we get to the video. Let's go take a look at it. All right, guys. I thought I almost hit the stop button instead of pause, and that would have made my wife very sad because I know she is tired staying up here with me all night. But anyway, let's look at this knife. This is a sheath knife. Well, let's see. Whoa, about made the camera jump. I did make the camera jump. Guess I'm gonna have to tighten it once I get done with this. All right, I'll be still for a while. Leave you all alone. But this buck knife here, I was at a yard sale and I saw it there, and I thought, you know what? Actually, hang on, I'm gonna pause this and adjust this tripod. All right, sorry for the little interruption there. Y'all probably didn't even notice that I was so fast, but this knife I saw at this little yard sale. Let's see if it even says anything on there. It does have the number, but you can barely read it. It's kind of a worn out tag. But I was looking around, they had some tools there, you know, just your normal yard sale. It was at a church, and I saw this knife and I said, what you got on it? And he said, $15. I said, wow, can't go wrong there, sold. So anyway, I grabbed it with some other tools. But what is cool about this, it is a buck, $6.92 USA. It is a good size knife. It'd be a good hunting knife. I mean, here I'm gonna zoom out again. Good size, good little move. But anyway, on this side it said Weatherby. And I said, what is that about? I've never seen that. So I looked at the other side and it said North County Bank and Trust. So I said, this has to be a giveaway, like a, you know, a knife they give to maybe a good customer or something, or someone that has a big bank account, I don't know. So I did a little research, and it comes to find out that this bank was doing knives to where if you got a loan there, so it's kind of a weird story. I mean, so you go and you get a loan, and if you get a big enough loan, they gave you a gun. I don't know which gun it was, but it was I guess a Weatherby, which I don't even know what kind of gun that is. I've never even heard of that brand, but I believe that's what it was when I looked it up. But I looked at it, and it said that if you did a small loan, or a loan that they thought was small, they gave you a hunting knife. So good Lord, by the time these people paid the interest, this is probably the most expensive knife in my collection, who knows. But it is North Country Bank and Trust. I have never heard of a bank giving away a knife. I thought that was so odd. And then when I saw that they gave away a gun if you had a certain size loan, I thought that's even crazier. But it's a good size knife. I mean, I've never used it. I probably never will, as far as, you know, hunting or anything, because I do love advertising things. So the fact that it has a name on it made it cool to me. I mean, it could have said, well, I was about to say it could say Ollie's, but it probably wouldn't be a cool knife at all. But if it said something else, a vintage store or something, you know, I would have liked that. So I like the fact that it was an advertisement. And I wish I knew the real story. I wish I knew how much of a loan somebody had to get this free knife. But it's a cool knife. I need no jimping here, but it's got the brass pommels. It's kind of a rubberized handle. As you can tell, it's dirty. It's good grip. Grippy little knife. Came with the little nylon sheath. There's a piece of plastic in here, I believe. Let me see, yeah. I guess that's so that it doesn't slide out and cut you, but it's a good little sheath. I don't know what year they did this, but it was kind of neat. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't get a loan from a bank to get a knife, but if you had to get a loan and they were giving away a free knife, I mean, hey, sounds good to me. I'd rather have the better interest myself, but maybe they were lucky and they got both out of the deal. But it's a cool knife. I'm gonna look up this model and I'm gonna put that in the description. It's well, heck, I can't even hardly see. Let me zoom in here. I'm telling you, getting old is bad, guys. Buck always does that, those little symbols, and that's why I've never been able to figure out the date on a buck knife. I mean, I could go online and look up every symbol in the world they have and tell you exactly, but you know, I got to give y'all something to do. Be a good project for you. Maybe it'll get you more interested in knives. But yeah, buck is just a hard one to judge unless it's the inverted tang stamp, and then I know, hey, that's an old one, and I grab it every time I see it. So y'all remember that too. But it's a cool knife. Good size. I just like it. I mean, it feels good. If I was gonna have to, well, use a knife, I mean, it'd be a good one to use. You're not gonna snatch this out of my hand. Once you get that grip on there, I mean, it's on there. But a cool knife. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like, subscribe. If you're watching, you've probably already subscribed unless you did a search on buck knives. But anyway, guys, if you are watching, I would really appreciate you to subscribe. It's always good to have more people out here. I'm trying to put out some content for things you like. I put out different things. I may throw a few things that aren't knives, who knows? You know, I don't want to bore y'all to death with knives, but I mean, that's what I'm interested in, so hopefully you are too if you found this video. Anyway, guys, have a good night. BladeBloodhound@gmail.com if you want to ask me any questions. Talk to you soon. Have a good one, guys.